Hi everyone, welcome back to Equitalent's channel, your virtual AI recruiter that automates the entire hiring process for you. My name is Alicia, I am the executive assistant here at Equitalent and the content creator. In today's video, I'm going to introduce to you 5 tips to hire faster. We all know how much of a struggle it can be to be a recruiter. There can be such an infinite amount of workload to do, and finding the best candidate out of the hundreds of applications can be really tough and extend timelines, and it just seems like a never-ending cycle. But with these simple steps, I will show you how you can hire faster so that you can decrease your workload and just save yourself some extra time. My tip number 1 is streamline the application process. No candidate wants to go through pages and reports of explaining why they are a good fit. A straightforward application process can improve candidate quality for you, hence increasing the application rates. If it's simple and the candidate just applies, it's more likely that more candidates will be attracted to apply for the job position. Some tips that you can make to make your application process very simple is essentially not asking too many questions from the get-go, as that's what interviews are for, and reduce any unnecessary steps that you just don't need. For instance, with our platform Equitalent, when you add a job, it automatically gets posted on major job platforms, and all a candidate has to do is just press apply, and they will automatically get a message with the interview link, and that link will guide them to upload their CV and start their interview. They don't have to answer any questions from the get-go. They don't have to fill in any reports or write essays and paragraphs of reasoning their experience and why they would be a great fit. This makes it incredibly easy for the applicant and increases the rates of people applying. So anywhere where it's unnecessary to ask a question or any steps that are unnecessary, cut them out. My tip number 2, and this is probably the most helpful tip that I can give you for this video, and that is leverage technology to your advantage. Technology is here to make our life easier. So if there are ways that you can automate your tasks through the use of technology, use them. It's your best friend and your magic wand. For instance, we have ATS systems, which stand for applicant tracking systems, that can automatically filter resumes as it looks for certain keywords. And there's other AI tools that even can do the scheduling for you. That way you don't have to go back and forth with the applicant. You can just send them your calendar. They put in a time slot where they can see it's available for you, and that's it. Of course, a specific tool that I really recommend for you to use is Equitalent. Platforms like ours enable you to automate tasks that otherwise require your direct involvement. That way, you can hire 3 times faster, save a lot of times, ease your workload. We not only automate finding candidates for you, writing the interview questions for you, but even the video interviews, which both of those 2 things, candidate sourcing and pre-screening, takes the most amount of time for a recruiter. Tip number 3, try to pre-screen candidates more effectively so that it saves you time in the long run. Rather than wasting a lot of time on candidates that are actually unfit for your job role, find a strategy that you can implement so that you already see who to cross out, so that it saves you time in the long run and you can just focus on your best matched candidates towards the end. The way you can do this is essentially making your pre-screening questions effective so it really is able to filter out the candidates that are best fit for your job. These can be in the form of questions or even assessments. You can also find this even on LinkedIn. You can add in questions or even on Indeed before they apply. These can be questions such as whether they have the right to work and live in the country, whether they have the X amount of years of experience that you require. I think the simpler the better. Make them short, detailed, to the point, and you're on your way to saving your time and hiring better candidates in no time. Tip number 4, improve your communication. A lot of time gets wasted because of miscommunication, unfortunately, but there are ways that you can go around that. This can be anywhere from the steps involved on how to use your calendar so that candidates can apply a time slot. It can also have to do with detailing how the recruitment process is so that the candidate doesn't have to ask you questions such as when they can expect to hear back from you or how many interviews will they have to go through. In our case, such as Equitalent, when a candidate applies for a job, they automatically receive a message to join the interview. And in this message, it is clearly stated so that the candidate doesn't have to ask questions, for instance, to you about how to sign up, how to upload their CV, as everything is clearly constructed and labeled in the message. And my last tip, which is tip number 5, is build a talent pipeline. Now, what does this mean? Essentially, a talent pipeline, you can think of it as like a pre-built network of people waiting to apply for your job. This can reduce hiring time, as when you do post a job, you already have a steady field of candidates in your pipeline wanting to be recruited. This can be from networking events to building your social media profile, proactively engage with your audience, with the candidates that are peeping at your company, looking at potential job offers to keep them interested, so when the time comes that you're looking for great candidates, they're coming right your way. And that is all. If you found any of these tips helpful, please let me know in the comments below so we know to make more videos like this. And again, if you're looking for effective ways to speed up your hiring, then I recommend you book a demo call. EquiTalent automates your entire hiring process, saving you 3 times the amount of time. We can discuss it in detail if you just click in the link in the description below to book a demo, and we can integrate EquiTalent for your business within hours. Thank you for listening, and remember to work smarter and not harder. I'll see you in the next video.